Good morning. Hello. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Wendy. Thanks again. I saw that donation you did after you logged out last night. Thank you very much. Hey, Ocean Breeze. Master Big Chief. Hey, how you doing? See, these messages disappear if nobody says anything for a few seconds, so then I didn't see who said it. I just figured I didn't see anybody else live, so what the heck? Why not? Do it for the fun of it. Hey, China. How you doing? Hey, Ian. About time. Yeah. That's what I was saying. I didn't see anybody else live. So I figured, what the heck? Might as well sit here, shoot the breeze, let everybody talk, have fun, whatever. Talk about whatever you want, as long as there's no drama. It was funny because it showed on my screen the thumbs up indicator went up before the count did. Hey, Steven. Sorry, man. You don't have to be here. Is the dog gonna? No. She's very old, so she spends most of the time just laying down. Is this shit live? No, taking a stand. It's not live. This is pre-recorded. It's the new thing in AI videos. Morning, Phoenix. There's one thing I did want to bring up, though. There's one little thing I did want to talk about because I noticed there's a video I made quite a while back before I was educated and started, making videos and stuff to help the cause. I had made a video for Furry, basically apologizing about a comment I made on one of her videos and telling her that I did like the way she worked and all that, but I thought her arrest was valid and I was wrong. I know that I was wrong. I fully admit that. But somebody, PS Auditor News or PS Auditor AZ News, something like that, he put a comment on there kind of snapping at me a little bit about policy is not law. So I just wanted to point that out. So if anybody who does look at that video, just know that I made that quite a while ago, before I was educated and doing what I could for the cause. So just so everybody knows that. Yep. Precognition answers. Yep. It's Cat scratching at the door again. Hold on. Watch. I'm going to let him in and then he's going to scratch to go out. Come on, Sandy. Come on. So now you're stuck in here. You got to stay in here. So I don't want to hear it. Hey, Wolfman. Yeah, see, I got my mom here now because I hadn't been feeling well for a while, so it was hard to walk to and from. So just had to do her breakfast and stuff. Come on, Sandy. Come here. Hey, Sandy. Come say hi to everybody. If anything has any questions or topics or whatever, open forum. Talk about whatever you want. As long as it's not drama. I wonder if Grey Dude is lurking. Yep, taking a stand. Hey, Boomer. Yeah, we get all the chicks here. Sandy, it's all because of the cat. He attracts everybody. Well, you know, there's always lurkers, Tay. No matter what, there's always lurkers. Hey, Eggs. Yeah, see, now the cat's at the damn door to go out. Can't win. As soon as I let him out and close the door so that I'm not disturbing my mom, he'll want to come back in. I stacked more books up and stuff to raise the camera up higher, so not leaning over as much. If you're talking to me, Ian, or are you talking to somebody else about festivals? I'm assuming Wendy because you're in England and she's in Scotland, so I'm assuming you're asking her. Oh, I don't got no festivals. I mean, the Renaissance Fair will probably be in about a month and a half, 2 months. You know, we don't get much here anymore. They used to have tons of festivals and parades and stuff here. How many of you guys have seen The Amazing Spider-Man with Jamie Foxx in there? Stop it, Tay. I forgot to make coffee before I turned the live stream on. If any of you guys have seen the movie The Amazing Spider-Man, the one with Jamie Foxx, I think it was the first one, the scene where the big rig is smashing through cars, driving down the road and all that, it was supposed to be taking place in New York City. That was actually recorded here in Rochester, right on Main Street in downtown. And they actually shut down all of downtown just to record that movie for like a week. There he is. Great dude. Wondering if you were lurking. Surprised Tammy's not on yet. Sandy, what are you doing? Come here. You could just see down low on my right side the cat. Well, don't fish on his fish farm then. It kind of takes the fun out of it when you're fishing a fish farm. How hard is it to get to drive from England or Scotland over to Spain? I know you have to go to the under the English Channel, cross over to France, and then I think it's a southeast drive from there. The countries are so small over there in comparison to here. It's like I'm wondering what the distance comparison is. Yeah, see, Ian, go to Spain. Drive yourself to Spain, to Mequinenza, Spain. And there's a river there full of giant Wells catfish. Like 8, 9 foot long, 300-pound Wells catfish. You really want to have some fun, go there. I mean, they got Xander and carp and all that stuff too. But the Wells catfish gets insanely huge. Hey, Rika. Yeah, you guys, if you have Netflix, there's Monster Fish and Chasing Monsters. They're a lot like the show River Monsters. Basically, they made the same show in different countries. So, like in America, we have River Monsters with a British host. In Britain, they have Monster Fish with an American host. And in Canada, they have Chasing Monsters with I don't know where he's from. He speaks like 6 different languages. Real cool dude. But if you love fishing, watch those shows. River Monsters is on Hulu. I got like every episode memorized. I've watched them so many times. Sandy, don't do it. Yeah, we're at 14 and 8. 14 people, well, 15 people now. 8 thumbs up. Come on, people. Smash it. There you go. There's another one. There's another one. I'm sure Gray Dude already smashed it. The only downfall is having to get so close. Peaky Blinders, huh? I'll have to look at that. I've been catching up on all the Marvel and the DC shows. I'm a, like Black Label. I'm a geek, you know. I love my comic book stuff. Come here. I'm not gonna keep getting up and down. Damn cat. Of course, Tay's got to make it dirty. It's funny, it keeps going. 17, 18, 17, 18, 17, 18. Gotta be a troll. And so all of you guys know, I told Tay the next time Mexican Padilla live streams, it'll be a little bit better because he did set up moderators, or at least one. But I told him to set quite a few because he gets so many people in his channel. So, and hopefully we'll have the interview with him soon. He's already been given the questions and he knows what to expect and what to do. So hopefully we'll have a Mexican Padilla interview done soon, as well as Bows. And maybe Rika. Would love to do one with her. And anyone that hasn't done that interview with you, I would love to see you do it. Rika is shy. How could you be shy? How many videos have you done sitting in front of your webcam and you're shy? The only difference is I'd be putting my ugly face in it. So you'll just steal the show anyways. Be nice to yourself. Nah, that's okay. I beat the crap out of my body over years and I'm paying for it now. I actually had to cancel my doctor's appointment today. There was no point in going because I still haven't done the GI tests yet they want to do. Because it was supposed to be a results appointment. Yeah, you guys, like I said, you got any new videos you want to talk about or advertise or whatever, go for it. Talk about your channels, whatever you want to do. I got no problem with it. Go vegan and see what happens. No, I'm sorry. I like meat way too much. Can't do it. I can't even do vegetarian. I mean, where you could just have like chicken and fish or whatever. Not enough. I like eating animals too much. CJ Grisham. I haven't seen him. I've heard the name, but I've just been so busy trying to catch up on everything. I haven't gotten to see a lot of them. Well, if you're talking about the one I posted, Phoenix, that'd be great. Like I said, be yourself. Hey, Denise. Good morning. How are you doing? 2 hours sleep, huh? That's a good haul. Doesn't it suck? I hate being an insomniac. I would love to be able to just lay down, close my eyes, and not wake up for 8 to 10 hours. All right, Phoenix. Oh, that sucks. Jeez. If anybody hasn't mirrored it yet, Padilla uploaded a cut version of his arrest yesterday. It's just a segment where the cop goes after him. Yeah, me definitely mirror that. Needed to definitely spread the word on that because that was a ridiculous arrest. I mirrored it as soon as I saw it this morning. Just down Phoenix, all you got to do is copy the link of the video, open Chrome, go to savefrom.net, SAVEFROM.net. Paste in that link to the video and hit download. Then you just upload it to your channel. PS News, did you see my reply in that furry video? Denise, I do it on my phone. I mean, as long as you got a little hard drive space to spare to download it and re-upload it, that's all that matters. The problem is some of these videos are huge. I mean, like Bao, he does 2, 3, 4 hour streams. Those videos can be 20, 30 gigs. Yeah, it's really, really, really easy. I know it seems like it might be tedious, but all you got to do is go to the video, click share, click copy link. Go to Open Chrome, go to savefrom.net, and paste in the link. It'll load the video there, and then you just hit download. Or whatever web browser you have, Denise. You just, as long as you can go to savefrom.net, you paste the link in it, and then you hit download. Any web browser will do. And then you just turn around and upload it to your channel. Man, it's getting stuffy in here. Pretty warm today. It's already like 60 out. His sister wife. My mom watches those shows. I couldn't do it. Not my cup of tea. We're at 22 and 15. 50 degrees. See, to me, ideal is like 60 to 62 degrees. That's like perfect. Don't get you never share your roommate. See, yep. My wife was the type that she was like, as long as you come home to me, you can do what you want. But I wasn't raised that way. I was raised, when you're in a relationship, you're only with each other. Wait, I missed a part of that. Simplify it. It doesn't matter how old the video is because some older videos still have a message. There's definitely older videos out there that really make a point. So it doesn't matter how old it is. Welcome back, Tay. See, every time you say BK to mean back, I think you're talking to me. Have you guys watched the videos that Denise has done? She did a real good video of a funeral procession with a cop. And you listen to her statements she makes as she's recording it. That's definitely a video to mirror. You're right, taking a stand, it does. The older videos show that they're still acting the same way now that they did 4 years ago. There's some videos that 6, 7 years old. Cat scratching at the door. Tay. It's not crap, Denise. How is that crap? I mean, you're standing there, you're recording it, and you're giving great commentary, commentation, whatever the word is. I could tell you guys, like a couple years ago, a Rochester police, an RPD officer, got killed in a neighborhood close to where I grew up, and he was the first one in like 50 years to get killed in the line of duty. And which, I mean, it does suck, it sucks when somebody dies, but they did the funeral at the Rochester War Memorial, the Blue Cross Arena, where they hold concerts and stuff. I mean, it's like the same place Beyonce did a concert, and it was filled with tens of thousands of cops from all over. I mean, literally, the whole building was just cops. Badges for, it's like a sea of badges. Plus, they were outside the building. I'm like, okay, how much crime is going on right now while all these cops are here? I don't know, taking a stand. I mean, he was relatively new. He was only a couple years in his career. And he was chasing a criminal, a drug dealer. It was like a car. It was one of those random car stops that turned into a search. And the guy took off running. And he just kind of waved the gun back behind him and shot randomly and ended up shooting the cop in the head. Who's Pippi? Did I miss something? I bet anything that one of them freaking pain in the asses is sitting in the channel and probably gave a thumbs down. Oh, you're Pippi? Okay. That Gardner Earth guy, when I when I did finally fall asleep, when I woke up, had freaking troll messages waiting from him on my videos. I'm like, get over it. Go away. Get a life. Pain in the butt cat. I know, Denise. Doesn't bother me. I think it's funny they waste their time, but it's just, I delete the messages. I'm not going to leave all kinds of troll messages on my videos, First Amendment or not. Like Ben says, it's his channel. This is my channel. I'm not leaving that stuff on my channel. Hey, Spitshine. Weren't you here a little while ago? Man, I'm looking rough today. Hate shaving. So much gray. I don't know if you can see behind me. I got that blanket draped over the shelf. If I don't put that blanket there, I get like this weird echo in my videos. As soon as I put the blanket up, the echo went away. But it's not like it's a deep space. It's only like 24 inches deep. That's what she said. I knew that was coming. It's only a matter of time. Somebody was going to say it. Yeah, I know it was George song. Wait, who said that? Lord Elpis? Hello? Welcome. I'm sorry, I've never seen your name before. Denise is like the master of emojis. She kills me. Like in Black Label's chat, she has macros and she hammers out the messages. I can't keep up with that on the phone. Yeah, the cost of funerals is ridiculous. I'm like, I do not want ground wasted on me. Everybody, my family knows. Burn me. Just turn me to dust. Dump me in the river where I love to fish. That's it. Put me in a coffee can. I don't even need an urn. Put my ashes in an empty coffee can. Take me to the river. Dump me out. I mean, look at what they do in India. In India, they just burn the people on the side of the river. The only thing is, in India, their culture, Hindu culture, dictates that once the fire goes out, it cannot be relit. So if it's like raining or something, it puts the fire out. There could be most of a corpse left. They still dump it in the river. So it could be half a body left, and they just throw it in the river. There's a lot of shows they do. People go snorkeling the river just to look, and there's skulls all over the bottom of the river, and it's crazy. But that's their belief. The river takes them to their heaven. Hello, all the new people coming. We're up to 24. So, hello to all that's come. Welcome. Talk about whatever you want. Only rules are no drama, no racism, none of that. Otherwise, talk about whatever you want. Advertise your channel, whatever. I don't mind. I'd love to get a setup like Black Label has, but for now, I'm stuck with the phone. I'm really, really close to getting a laptop, though. I mean, really close. I'm literally 30, 40 bucks shy of getting a laptop. So it's only a matter of time. Hey, Seb. Hey, what did you just say? Yeah, civil writer, that's, pushing it there. Oh, come on. Wait, what did Rika say? Oh. No, I don't want to. I mean, no, I don't want to be donated to science. I want to be cremated and I want to be dumped in my favorite spot in the world. If you guys ever get bored, look up Driving Park Waterfalls or Lower Falls in Rochester, New York. It's on the Genesee River. That's my favorite place in the world to be, is at them waterfalls. Lies right in the middle of the city, but that's where the salmon are and the trout and giant carp and all that. I fished there so many times. Yeah, Rika, but I don't really want people poking around inside me just for I mean, I get it. I understand the donation process and I think it's a great idea. I just personally don't want to do it. Oh, geez, Ian, that sounds horrible. When I was a kid, I was in, I think it was fifth grade. We went to the local cemetery where Susan B. Anthony is buried. And if you're an American, you should know who Susan B. Anthony is. Uh, Landley, thank you. But we went to where Susan B. Anthony is buried. And we were gonna do, them pencil rubs of her headstone. Well, it's a big thing, but um, I leaned on a tombstone because I was tired. We'd been walking around all day, and I leaned back on a tombstone, and it tipped over. I freaked out. I thought I was in so much trouble. And the cemetery attendant just came and stood it right back up, and it was just like two pieces of rebar going down into a concrete block. That's all that held it there. That's good, Lord Elpis. Yeah, my mom's really into crime novels and Patricia Cornwell and all that, and all the Body Farm books. I've watched all the documentaries on the Body Farm. They got one in Australia now. Australia decided it was worth it to do. See, the problem is I don't get it because there's still cross contamination. I mean, you got two corpses laid out on the ground within 30 feet of each other. The insects are just going to go one from one to the next. So you're still not getting timelines. Yeah, I know. It's not for me either. Like I said, I know I don't have much longer to go. When I drop, I want to be cremated and dumped in the river. My best friend already knows. Take me down to the waterfalls. It's a hard walk to get down there. It's a lot of climbing down a gorge to get there, but take me right to the waterfalls and dump me in. What kind of novels do you guys like? I'm more of a mystery sci-fi mix like Dean Koontz, Jonathan Kellerman, Faye Kellerman. Not a big Stephen King fan. I know a lot of people say if you like Koontz, you should like Stephen King, but I don't. Yeah, that's good, Seb. A lot of people started recycling computers when they realized there's a lot of gold and stuff in there, especially old TVs. There's a lot of gold in them, but it's a lot of work to get it out. There's some platinum in some TVs too. And McCaffrey, I've seen. No Ron Hubbard. No, like I said, Dean Koontz is my favorite author. I've read a lot of Dean Koontz books. You know, it's a great book, though. Uncle John's Four Ply Bathroom Reader. This is a great book to have for your bathroom. I'm telling you. This book is full of so much information and short stories, and it's great. I mean, you see how thick it is. I've read this book probably 10 times. Sorry, heard noises outside. Huh. Come here, Sandy. Hey. Yeah, Denise, but like I said, I just want to know that my ashes go into the Genesee River. Man, Lee, what? I don't understand. You be more quiet about what? You can say whatever you want. You just, I don't know if you were just being silly or not, but you see how ugly I am. Well, sorry. Desperately need a trim up. Gotta cut my hair again. Oh, standing on it. You don't have to hide it, Rika. I know. I'm not really big on being on camera, but what else am I gonna do? Denise. Well, countries like in a certain Tibetan culture, when you die, they take your body up to the top of a mountain and they throw you up. They just throw the body off the cliff, and basically you're being thrown back into nature, into God, and the animals. I think that's great. It's a good way to recycle. I don't see a problem with that. I hate when they waste so much ground on cemeteries. We have a couple cemeteries here that are massive cemeteries. I mean, there's one up by the right by Lake Ontario. It goes on for a couple miles. I like them. There's a show I watched. It took place in Ireland. They found some old graves on a family plot, and they ended up finding like 20 something bodies that were all they got the vampire treatment. They were all buried with a stake in the chest and a stone in the mouth, like forced into the mouth. And that's what they call vampire bodies. And then in I'm not sure if it's Indonesia or Burma. One of those countries, they have a hanging cemetery. They put you in a wooden coffin and then attach the wooden coffin to the side of a cliff. And then there's some that have been there for like 200 years. And, you could just look in there because the wood rots away, obviously. And you can see the bones inside. Wow, I must be boring people. We're down to 14. Sorry. I just wanted to give people a place to go and chat and whatever, do whatever they want. Like I said, I saw nobody was streaming, so obviously no stream means no chat. So, crockpot curry making, huh? Well, you need to send some of that my way. I haven't had curry in a long time. Yeah, big old bruise on my leg. I don't know where the hell that came from. That's just weird. I don't remember hitting my leg. What the heck? Yeah. Good sized bruise. Huh. Weird. Aliens. Yeah, they dissected my leg. How many of you people believe in aliens? I know Grey Dude does. I know, Denise. I just thought it was funny she said she was making curry. I have a crock pot, I know. I love cooking with a crock pot. You put it in there, you walk away. I only got one answer on the aliens. Nobody else believes in aliens? Oh, that's cool, China. Get to spend some time together. I've never had a real vacation. Ever. I've never, gone on a trip or taken a cruise or any of that. Ever. Yeah, well, Rika, I mean, yeah, a UFO could be anything. I mean, obviously unidentified. Do you believe they were alien in origin? Yeah, Denise, but you're still young. You'll have lots of vacations. Me, I'm old. Okay. So the only evidence you have is that it was unidentified. That makes sense. That's what I do. I operate on evidence. But I do also, to an extent, I find it hard to believe there's millions and millions of planets and stuff out there, and we're the only one with life. That's just illogical to me. Ian. Did you hear about that one guy in Florida? Like, I don't know, probably like 5 years ago now. He was using a laser pointer and aimed it at a plane, and he ended up getting well, he didn't get arrested, but federal officers showed up at his house and, they threatened him because they thought he was trying to take the plane down. And it was really just a laser pointer. Oh, Toxic went live? Come on. Is everybody going to go over to Toxic? I mean, I could shut this down and go over there. I wish I could put her stream over in here. Oh, you could, yeah, see, I can't, Rika. I got one phone. I guess I'll leave it open if, some of you are double streaming. Tell people in there I said hi, and tell Toxic I said hi. I mean, it works either way. Yeah, see, on your PC, you can run as many streams as you want. You just fight with volume, but... She's funny, though. Watching her, she's hilarious. The first one I saw of her, I laughed the whole time. Yeah, she said that something happened to her phone and the mic is messed up. She has to kind of shake the phone and then it works for a little while. I can't wait till I could just go out, do audits and stuff. Especially live stream, but I can't live stream till I get unlimited data. This only works because I'm on Wi-Fi. Man, I keep getting these insane hot flashes. Okay, Lee, thanks. Appreciate it. Going through menopause. Yeah, menopause. Yeah. No, the doctor said it's probably my intestine causing it because they think I got the infection in there. So, most likely that's what's causing my hot flashes. But they can't give me an antibiotic till they know exactly which bacteria it is. So, sample time. Lots of fun that'll be. Man, busy day today, apparently. A lot of noise outside. Crashed a Bandicoot. Hey. Herbal remedy. Rika, I've tried the whole holistic thing. Tried all that. Didn't work. I've tried everything you could think of. That's why I have a mountain of pill bottles now. Brian equals experiment. Okay. Nothing? We're just shooting the shit, man. There's no real topic here. As long as you're not bringing drama and you're not talking racial or whatever, you talk about whatever you want. Apparently, Lan Lee's going to perform some kind of experiment on me. What did you guys think about that when Black Label brought up the topic of Mexican Padilla's race and his appearance being a big factor in how the cops treated him? Don't bring that up here. Do not bring that up here. You start bringing that up here and you will be gone. No offense, but I don't want the drama here. You know, leave it alone. I don't want it. I've already talked with Black Label about that. We'll just leave it behind the scenes with those of us involved and leave everybody else out of it. No drama. You're right, Rika. I agree. I completely agree. In the interview questions that I sent to Mexican Padilla, one of them is, do you believe the way you look had more to do with it than what you were doing? But it is true. I mean, they're close to the Mexican border. And, you know, there's still so many racist people out there that agree with that idiot of a president talking about walls and that and causing issues. And that's probably a factor in why that cop reacted, even though the cop's name was Garcia. I mean, come on. He's got at least some Hispanic in him. You're right, Rika. You're absolutely right. That's why I was saying that the database that Ben and oh my God, his name just fell out of my head. The guy talking about the database, I got his email written down here. He's going to do an interview too. But that database, the reason it'll work is because people care about how they're perceived. Yes, ethics instead. Thank you. You know, people care about how they're perceived so much that that's what's going to happen. You know, the cops, if they know there's this database out there with millions of people looking at it, they're going to care more about how their entry in the database looks. So that's why it'll help. So I have exactly 10 tattoos. I wanted more, but I ran out of money and life and had kids, and so that's why I don't have my full sleeves done. Crash, if it has anything to do with that topic, then I'm sorry. No offense, but that topic brings drama, and that's exactly the opposite of what I want here. So there's plenty of videos out there. There's plenty of live stream replays you can watch that all explain it. I'm sure if you did a search for his name, I did a video on the topic. I did another one, but I don't know about it yet. But there's a video on my channel. It's 3 or 4 weeks old when the drama started. Go watch that. We're not going to bring up questions in here and name calling and finger pointing. It's not happening. I hate this stutter. Are you guys buffering at all? I'm not. I mean, it's showing me, but the messages stutter. See, it just all slammed at me at once. I just got like 5 messages right in a row. Boom, boom, boom. Interesting. Must just be my phone then. The phone is dying. You're right, Seb. You're absolutely right. That's why they're ignorant. I guess it crashed probably left then because it just went from 14 to 13. So I don't want it here. I can't even type a message. It doesn't even allow me to send a text into the channel. Yeah, I am too, Tay. We're all tired of it. That's why you see in my interview with you video, it says right there. Yeah, well, right now the USB is running to my power cord because I had to charge the phone. I run the phone until it's like 10%, and then I charge it. Because, it's not good for the battery to keep plugging it in if it's not low. If you got something else you'd like to talk about, Crash, feel free to talk about it. Check out my videos if you want. The Auditor All Stars videos, the interview videos. You don't want to get dragged into it. Some of us were forced into it. We were dragged into it, whether I wanted to or not. I don't want to be a part of it, but I was dragged into it. So stay out of it. That's the best thing to do. Stay out of it. Don't be curious about it. Leave it alone. Everybody wants to move on. Let's focus on the movement, not on anything else. Old forgotten technologies. Yeah, that would be me. Old forgotten. Yeah, it's kind of hard to go over the usage data limit, though. I mean, they've got massive, massive storage. Thank you, Emily. God, I exceeded 15 gigs a long time ago. That's the thing with videos, man. These interview videos are huge. That's why I try to keep them to a half hour or less. Like I said, Furries is 3.5 gigs. See, they automatically upgraded mine. When I got to 100 subs, they upgraded it. I got this message, and they upgraded it to a real channel. Yeah, but I also have a Google Drive. I'm like, well, Crash, like I said, let sleeping dogs lie, man. Stop beating around the bush about it. It's not going to be brought up. So I apologize, but I'd rather you stop beating around the bush about it. Yeah. Right now I've got the 32 gigs internal on the phone, and then I got a 500 gig Google Drive. But whatever laptop I get, I want to get one with at least 500 gigs. Man, makes my stomach hurt like hell sitting up for so long. Can't wait till they figure out what's wrong. And you look at Centurion Report. Talk about storage. That man's got storage. Like hundreds of terabytes. Crash, I'm going to be getting a laptop. I make videos. I make from scratch videos. And I need something that is better than my phone. Because if you look at my videos, you'll see my work. And all of those were made on this phone. Go watch the Auditor All Stars videos. They're all 3-4 minutes long. There's 3 of them. Watch them right in a row. You know, that gives you kind of an idea of what I make at a basic level. But a laptop will allow me to do more extensive video work. So I'm pretty limited with this phone and what I can do. Plus, the phone keeps crashing on me now. I'm waiting for them stink bugs to start coming up. We had them bad last year. Rika, tea ain't gonna help me. Lan Lee, you mind if I ask if you have like a picture up somewhere? Just curious. I like to know what people look like that I see. Of course, you're leaving. I asked a question and you leave. Well, could you email me, Lan Lee? Brian King Samsung at Gmail. I'm just curious. I like to know what people look like. Right now, you're a red circle with an L in it. Took me forever to get Tay to cough up an image. I know, Crash. I know I can get extra storage for it. But if it starts off with a base of 500 gigs or a terabyte, that's plenty more than what I got now. I mean, this phone, I got to constantly delete stuff to make my videos because they're so big. Oh, I know. I know all about it. I'm probably going to go for a quad core. So, you know, I don't need a super, I don't have a lot of money for a supercomputer. So I'm basically going with Amazon refurbs with operating system and warranty. So I've been, you know, on the download, just trying to collect donations whenever I can, just to add up. I'm a little bit short of getting a laptop. So hopefully I'll have one soon. Yeah, see, I would love to do gaming, but I can't afford it. You know, anything's going to be better what I have now. So the cheapest Amazon refurbs are still going to be good enough. Of course, as always, you know, if anybody can, my email is my PayPal. So, hey, Sarah, welcome. And of course, now I'm going to get some message on one of my videos from a troll saying, oh, you're begging for money. Not begging for money. If somebody can donate, great. If not, that's okay too. Yeah, see, I love Ubuntu, but the video editing software for a Linux-based operating system is not nearly as advanced as it is for Windows, unfortunately. I'm a longtime Linux and BSD fan, man. I used to write kernel code for the Linux kernel. So I wrote software for Linux for a very long time. Embedded Linux, PC Linux. Sarah's leaving. Again, excuse me for getting up close. I'm blind. Yeah, I was amazed when I logged off of the stream last night, and all of a sudden there was a PayPal notification on the top bar of my laptop or my phone about a donation for the laptop from Wendy. So, very pleasant surprise. And the stutter again. Man, I'm tired. Thought I saw something on the camera. I was like, what the heck? Got some kind of weird shadow up in here. Probably my tattoo. Because I have to go back and forth from helping. If it was just a PC, I could have had one by now. I was offered 2 or 3 of them, but I need something that can travel with me. I used to build computers. I wrote software for decades. I mean, I used to build all my own computers. I never bought store-bought computers. Crash, I recommend the Auditor All-Stars Volume 1. Watch Volume 1 and Volume 2 and Volume 3. That gives you kind of an idea of some of the things I want, only a higher level, higher quality version. This thing can only render so much on this little processor. I know, Seb. I know. You can, with the desktop, obviously, you can make it as custom as you want. You know, I remember back in the day when multi-processor motherboards first came out, and I built a Xeon system with 4 Xeon processors. It was like amazing, the things it could do. Nowadays, you can get, 4 core, 5 core, 6 core, 8 core. You can run 2 or 4 processors at 4 cores each. It's just nuts. I mean, I remember when a 10 meg hard drive was like this big, and it was like that thick, and it was heavy as hell for 10 megs. Now you got these little tiny things at 64 gigs, 128 gigs. That's the size of a thumbnail. It's crazy how technology has gotten in just a short period of time. And like I said, I started around 1988 or so. Was when 1988 or 89, my mom got our first computer. An IBM XT 8088, no hard drive, a puke green monochrome monitor. It was the shit back then. I was awesome. It had a 300 baud modem. Well, it didn't quite take up a whole room. I'm not that old. ENIAC, the first computer ever made was ENIAC, and it took up basically a school gym, and all it did was process missile trajectories. but it was the old vacuum tube setup. You know, if you wanted to process a new calculation, they had to reseat all the vacuum tubes and everything. I'm not that old. That was in the 1950s. But that was the first computer, and you can look it up. ENIAC, I believe. Centurion port was around then. Sorry, Tay. We're boring, Tay. Yet crashed, though. The thing is, when you look up first computer, there's a lot of inaccuracies out there. It's like Wikipedia, you know, anybody can put whatever they want. So, just the first computer was named ENIAC. That's the easiest way to look it up. And if you're ever bored, look up Zorba, Zorba. The biggest. It used to be the biggest dog. The biggest dog, man. He was an English Mastiff. He stood up 8 feet tall when he stood up on his hind legs, and his master could not wrap his arms around his chest area. It was like 400 and something pounds. We used to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. I like fast cars too. Give me a 68, 69 Shelby Fastback. Give me a Plymouth Roadrunner. You know, give me the old Chevys, the Monte Carlos. I don't like the newer cars. I like computerized crap. Yeah, I'm not a motorcycle person. Never was. You really want to have fun, look up Kevin Mitnick. Kevin Mitnick, the first hacker ever charged. You're building a Harley? Yeah, I can work on them. I can fix them. I just don't like riding them. Bullet Sponge, you get my email? Was that little knock I heard you replying to me? Okay. Yeah, see, what you made is kind of like that's kind of stuff I was messing with myself. I got just this image in my head of like the words B King BEKING Productions, like in 3D, kind of falling and shattering, but it's like a dark, stormy setting, you know, like rain and stuff. That's kind of the image I have in my head. Yeah, Ian, I know. I read about him in the Guinness. No, I know, bro. I appreciate you trying. I mean, I must have made 100 different intros, and I still haven't made one I like. I made some for other people that they liked, but it's just I'm so picky about my own. So I just keep making them and deleting them and making them and deleting them. Yeah, disorderly conduct. I've had plenty of those. I'm sitting on a. I had a Class E felony, and I was in jail for a while, and then I got 3 years probation on the stipulation that as long as I don't break probation, they'll discard the felony, and I only get a Class A misdemeanor. But I have to follow probation, which I have, which is why they're ending my probation a year early. So I don't have any felonies on my record. I've always gotten them knocked down to misdemeanors. Yeah, see, that's what a lot of auditors don't realize. In all 50 states, if you're out in public and if there's a woman or a child around, which I mean is kind of sexist, but if there's a woman or a child around and you curse, you can be arrested for disorderly conduct. They'll get you even like they can have a female officer that's off duty. They'll say she was off duty. And if you curse around her, because she's off duty, she's a civilian, and you curse around her, they can get you for disorderly conduct. So that's definitely something you got to be careful of. You know, I want to try the more open approach. I want to try the more explanatory approach. Hey, Centurion, how you doing? I was telling them about how you were around during the Pharaohs. You hung out with King Tut. Yeah, I also told him you got like 9 billion terabytes of storage. You help me out and the other guys out with extra storage. Guys, anybody say hi to Centurion Report. He's awesome. He simulcasts for auditors, broadcasts people's streams on Periscope and Facebook. King Thought. You like them kind of women, huh, Crash? You don't try, man. You do. The fact that you could offer that kind of storage to us, that's insane. I mean, I know you've offered it to all the others. You archive everything. Who else does that? I wish you were in Black Label last night, Centurion. Ethics Instead was talking about a database system on cops, keeping information on cops, kind of like the Yelp app, keeping information on cops so that other people could rate them, and you could like look up a cop and see what their rating is, whether they're good cop, bad cop, that kind of deal. And I'm like, that sounds an awful lot like what Centurion Report's been working on. Just a massive database of information, period. So I wish you had been there. Maybe you should talk to Ethics Instead. Yep. That's what this whole thing is about, Crash, is being legal, doing 100% legal activities. That is the whole point of all this. Which is kind of a change for me, because perfectly honest, since I was a teenager, I always misbehaved. So, but, it's a change for the better. Crystal store, Jesus. Yeah, I can only imagine what the Fusion Center, even just one server farm, looks like. Oh my God, that's got to be like a room with a million dominoes when you're looking down on it. To find illegal stuff. Well, wait, what do you mean? Are you asking what I've done in the past, or are you just saying what constitutes illegal now? Oh, well, fine. Piss off. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's insane. Oh, I'm trying to picture that in my head. Holy cow. I can't imagine their air conditioning bill. Well, hell, at Fuji, we had our server farm that we worked with was only about maybe 100 feet by 300 feet. And the air conditioning in that room was just insane. Just to keep the servers cool, they had to run the air conditioners at like 40 degrees. You're in Norway, Crash? Yeah, Rika's on to something there. Oh, we got a Viking in here. Are you like 9 feet tall with giant muscles and a sword? 3.4 million terabytes. Oh my god, and it's probably full. Oh my god, that's insane. That's insane. See, Centurion gets to work with all the cool stuff, man. That's what you get for being 300 years old, you know? Made a lot of contacts. Tiny butter knife. A bike. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Use an axe. As long as it's not like a cheesy halberd. Oh, they are running quantum servers? I didn't know they had actually instated quantum servers at a government level. I thought those were still too beta. No, you look like a furry freaking cartoon creature. I bet you Lan Lee's probably like some kind of supermodel. She got the hottest for me, then that works. I keep trying to hook up Tay and Centurion. Hey, that's Ecstasy Prez, man. Welcome. I'd make you a mod, but I can't get to it right now. Never thought I'd be honored with your presence, man. I was trying to talk to you yesterday. I had asked Slacker to give you my phone number, but I know you're real busy with everything, so Wendy, did you just come back in? I haven't seen you talk in a while. Sorry, Prez, I'm blind, so I like gotta get real close to the screen to read it. I talk. Oh, hey, Black Label. Wow, man, now I'm real honored. All you guys are here. I talked to Mexican Padilla on the phone last night, and we worked out the whole mods situation with him not having mods in his stream. So we were on the phone for a little while, but he was pretty tired, so he went to bed. But I showed him how to set mods. I told him to make you guys mods. So hopefully he got that finished last night before he went to bed. Hey, Black Label, did you watch that rant? My lowly little channel, and I got Black Label and all them in here. God, I hate having to get so close to the screen. Yeah, you don't think I should post it, do you? Okay. Mine. It was just my little. You know how people rant every now and then. I did a little 15-minute rant video, but I wasn't going to post it without people reviewing it, so. Damn, Seb, way to throw something right at me. I'd have to think about it before. I don't really have a big opinion on that. I've been thinking so much about this stuff lately. I haven't quite reached your level there, Todd, you know. Yeah, I'll just delete that Black Label. This way it never accidentally gets posted public. I'll just delete it. This took me a little over a month. Just probably about 5 weeks or so, 5.5 weeks. Grows way too damn fast. Yeah, but yours looks so damn cool on you. It's like your trademark, man. You could just take a picture of your chin and everybody knows who it is. That's the next government level software, identifying people by beard. How's Buck G? Tell her I said hi. And she watched that PSA I made you guys and left a comment. I was glad she liked it. Hey, Ben, I'm literally just like 30 bucks away, man. So I already looked on Amazon and everything. So should have it relatively soon. Hopefully, get the laptop situation sorted out. Just so you know. You have a long beard like a dwarf. Are you talking like ZZ Top level long? I can't picture what you look like, dude, especially going by your voice. Are you doing another stream tonight, Ben? Or today, tonight, whatever? You've been hammering them out, so that's cool. No, I don't, dude, I get it, man. You've been going nonstop. Take a break before you go to Texas because we know you're going to be working like nonstop while you're in Texas. Just sit back, man. Relax. You earned it. I missed that. Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah, man, you're killing it down there in Texas, Todd. And that, man, that was freaking awesome. What you guys do for each other, that's one of the things I asked Padilla in his little interview I sent him, but which hopefully will be done soon. Yeah, that would be cool, Black Label. I'd love to take my son to a firing range. I don't know if my ex would let me, though. I've been talking to Bullet SpongeBob a lot about doing an audit at Kodak headquarters building. That's going to be real interesting. You know, the king of filming. See how they react to people filming them. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to end up doing a story on him. My ex, Tay, the mother of my children. We've been separated for 5 years. God, gotta find my glasses. I think it'd be real awesome if I could get all you guys out here. Because this city is untouched. The whole city is completely untouched. Are you guys planning another big visit to Almost Park when you're down there, Ben? Or are you just going to kind of hit other places, especially with what happened to Padilla? Can't talk. Okay. Well, I can't wait, man. I cannot wait. I really want to see you guys hit where Padilla was yesterday, because that was ridiculous. As soon as he posted the shortened video of it this morning, I mirrored it. That's just bull. I know, Tay. Certain people, it's like toxic. It's always all caps. It doesn't bother me, though. It makes it easier for me to read. Oh, are you live streaming it? All right, Crash. Todd, are you live streaming that today? Okay. Well, at least, obviously it'll at least be recorded, so we'll get to see it at some point. I would love to see a face-off between Garcia and Jack. Imagine that cop would just be dumbfounded. He wouldn't know what to say. I'm telling you, I really want people to come up here. I want to get Rika to come over here because she's not too far. And then you got Upstate New York Audits is close, and Soldier Boy is close, and Bullet SpongeBob is literally right down the road from me. So we're definitely planning something as soon as my probation paperwork goes through and I'm done off of probation. All right, Sent. That's good. I'll be there. Oh, Ben, are you still here? Can you take Big E off of Hidden on yours? I had a long talk with him about the whole fighting with other people in the channel and the stream and causing issues. He swears he won't do it anymore. He apologized. He said it won't happen again. Another stutter in it. I keep daydreaming about going down to Texas, man. I would love to be there. Yeah, Big E. Bige, yeah. He was arguing with other people the other night, like a lot, and he kept getting warned and getting warned and getting warned. And finally, he was hidden. He said he couldn't talk or nothing in the channel last night. All right. No, he was hidden, Ian, not just timed out. I remember him being hidden. It was either me or Sarah that hit him. But if it's gone, it's gone. It happened to me sometimes too, like Blue Ghost. I was hidden in his stream and I'd never even been in it. And same with Todd's stream. Luckily, he fixed it. But great dude. All right, thank you, man. I'll let him know. Gray Dude is like the Uber smash the like button guy. Everybody's stream. I don't think Padilla's going out today at all. I know he said last night he was really tired. What do you call a dead blonde in the closet? Oh, no idea. Oh my God. What? Okay. You guys can talk amongst yourself for a minute. I gotta go change my mom's bandage again. So just shoot the shit. Do what you want to do. Talk or whatever. It'll be a few minutes. No, I didn't realize. I got all the big guns in my street. Freaking Black Label, all the guys in Texas, they're all in my street. All the little people, you know. I don't good thing, or yeah, I don't know. It's a very good thing because all these so-called, I don't mean to say maybe the little people and sound wrong, but there are. There's those of us with more access and have like a group that talks to each other. I used to do it with the IRC and the BDS. I still enjoy it. What's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with sitting in the chat room talking to people. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I know. You gotta make great. What? I think it would. I would think that would be good. It would make it smell. Oh, God. I don't know what you did earlier, but you had coffee splattered all over the place. Well, you did something because it was drips all over the inside of the sink, all the way up over the top of it. Oh my God, Ryan, you can't spare me 5 more minutes? It gives us somewhere to talk. Ooh. I had to throw coffee on while I was out there. Hey, Master Big Chief. Figure I might as well take advantage of being up, change your bandage, and put on coffee. Did everybody else leave? Anybody still here? Hey, Ben, if you're still here, what software do you use to do your live stream? No, I'm on a phone. It doesn't show me who's all in here or nothing. Streamlabs OBS. Let me write that down. I want to take a look at it. If I eventually get the laptop. You know, Ben, I don't know if you ever considered doing it, but maybe you should do like a tour. Like, I don't know how portable your camera is that you use, but just kind of show all of us the Black Cave. I would love to see what it looks like, that whole setup you got, because I always see you looking up, then you're looking over here, then you're looking over there. So I can only imagine what your setup looks like. I also recommended to Padilla, I told him he should, whenever he's going out, he should start leaving you guys all a message. You know, I don't know if he already does it or not. He didn't say he did, but where he's going, you know, what area he's in, things like that. When I asked him if he did any of that, he said he really didn't do any of that. So, you know, of course, I told him you guys were the perfect people to tell. And it's Johnny's fault. Everything's Johnny's fault. Didn't you say that started? I know that Miss 5 started that. Isn't it something about a magnet or something started that? I see Ben on the next live stream with one of them boat-shaped aluminum foil hats. Dude, that'd be perfect. Just some nice Colombian coffee brewing. Smell it already. Oh, okay, county got them. Yeah, still though, Sen, no matter what, they have twice as many rifles as they have officers. I mean, come on, why do they need so many handguns and rifles and all that for each cop? That's just ridiculous. What else did you say they got a lot of? I'm trying to remember now. Green tip. That's not phosphorus, is it? It's not that. Those aren't sable rounds. What are they? Green tipped. Now you got me wondering. Oh, armor piercing. Okay. Well, I mean, in a way, I guess that makes sense. If they got somebody behind a metal door or something with a rifle, but still, no matter what, according to your research, they have way too much firepower for a little police station. What is there, 2,500 residents there? I mean, come on. Todd, what's your handgun of choice? Like, what's your favorite handgun? Hi, Tammy. Welcome back. When I had a handgun, a not so very legally obtained handgun, I had a 45. I threw it off a bridge, but that was my favorite one I ever fired. Morning, Ed. No, maybe he left. What about you, Ben? What's your favorite handgun? Glock 19. I've only seen them. I've never fired them. Never. I don't even think I've ever held one. I've just seen them. Huh. Yeah, no, I've never held one. What's the weight on that? 38 special? Light, huh? Huh. Yeah, the 45 I had, it was pretty heavy. It's one of those things where, because it wasn't a legal gun, it was, it felt like it weighed 1,000,000 pounds every time I carried it because I knew if I ever got caught with it, that was automatic jail time. There's no getting away from it here. They got that law here. If you have a gun, you go to jail automatically. Okay, well, I can't watch that right now, but take note of that. And Wendy, are you still here? Mm. Yeah, Ian. But as far as I understand it, in the UK, only law enforcement are allowed to carry handguns, right? You can't get a permit as a citizen. Didn't they outlaw handguns for citizens there? I know it's that way in Australia. Well, I remember reading a story about actually it's on Netflix. The real Texas, Texas Chainsaw Murderer. He relocated to England, and he was a gun enthusiast. When they finally caught up with him, the guy had like hundreds of guns in his little apartment, and that was kind of affected the gun laws in Britain. Yes, taking a stand it is definitely difficult, especially when you're on paper. One little slip up, man, go right back to jail. Not a fun place. I'd rather be in prison than jail. In jail, it was like a freaking revolving door, man. Every night, you never knew who your salary was going to be. Nothing. I mean, it was crazy. And there's no outdoor rec. It's all indoor rec. At least in a prison, you get a yard. Well, I know some jails have yards, but not here. The hell emoji is it? That's how blind I am. I can't even see the emoji that Rika just did. It's a pink blur to me, or skin tone blur. Oh, it's an egg. See, to me, it was just like a skin tone blur. That's literally what I saw. Coffee's done. Be right back. See, I have a real coffee cup. Look at that. This size next to my head. And I got a big head. That's a real coffee cup. All of a sudden, when the big people come in, my user count went from 15 to 40. If I was monetized right now, I'd be making fun of them just the more people you get in your channel, the more they talk, the more money you get. Just about 300 users, 700 to go. gains like 70 in a day. The other day I had a real good day. I got like 70 in one day. For the first 2 weeks I had 10. I guess I just don't know enough about it, Brian. Oh, well, that's what that is waiting for you. That's 300 for my channel being as small as it is, and it doesn't get advertised at all. If I had Ben to advertise it in his next live stream, I would go up in the thousands in one night. Well, why don't you ask him that? Because then people start calling you a beggar and all that. I want mine to be done on there, on my work.
I understand, but what do you care what people say? It's only to get money. That's the whole point of this, right? To get money.
Not just, give me something to do, Mom. I do actually tell you. It's not just about money.
Well, you need to take an hour or two out of your day and set it aside to help see what I can do around here. Because right now you're doing nothing. I mean, literally, think about it. So, I need your help. I need you to clean your room or I'm going to do it. I need my silverware. I put down the 4 teaspoons. I got 4 teaspoons, Brian.
There's 4 teaspoons in there.
And I have a whole set that I just bought last summer, remember?
Yeah, if anything, I might have 1 or 2 teaspoons.
Okay, these are not how much doesn't belong. These are the teaspoons that I'm talking about. This is part of the set. There's 4. There should be 8. Okay. When I prove myself right, you give
No,
me
I
that.
said okay. I just said okay. I just said okay. You got 12 minutes, right?
I can't see it.
Yeah, it says 128.
Well, 135.
I thought it was 140 or 150. You're the one that said it.
135. I'm on that clock. Crackers in my pocket. Fucking crazy. Where the fuck is it?
Sure, we put it up in the fridge. Not trying to abandon you guys. I have to help my mom get on the medical bus to go to a doctor's appointment. So, I'll be back in a few minutes. The bus is supposed to be here in a couple minutes. Just so you know. just show the nice coffee counters. I mean, granted, that's a good thing. It shows there are good cops out there, but they should also show the bad ones.
They don't want to do that. I wouldn't get a part of that. That's the end of the refrigerator for a couple days.
Poultry.
And good.
Where's the eggs? I want freedom. So there's no whole something else there. See, it tells you, you can walk away from your table and you're still got over 30 people in there talking. Talk really fast.
You either gotta pee,
Yeah, I know. Or she's drunk. She's
Yeah.
trying to keep her balance.
well, she wouldn't be able to stay in there that long. She's drunk, being drunk. They can keep the top there for a moment. Fuck, I don't have anything to drink.
Where is she?
That crying. Those things, I think they'll have a pot. Hey, I didn't turn that on. You get, what's up? No.
Huh?
I'm in there. Silly, it's gonna practice. They can all do that. Relax up. Crystal, someone proposed Barry, because the lady that buys them is out of town in California. But she saved that lady 35 of them. She came back Wednesday. Wednesday, Christmas, first thing. Actually, she was calling for us in California. Make sure you're home on Wednesday, right? You gotta be home, because I'm gonna come right there. Blah, blah. She had a layover in Chicago for like half an hour. She left her fucking luggage there. Didn't realize she was getting on a different island, flight, airplane. Left her luggage, got home, realized I don't have my luggage. With all her money, like $4,000. I said, well, she might get the luggage back, but she's not gonna get the money. $4,000 or whatever in cash, yeah. Find your secret. Sorry if I found it, I'd be there.
So what did Chris do? Front there to go?
No, the lady's rich. I put ATM. any millionaire rich. I'm going to ATM and took $175 out. Chris started to $5 bill. Yeah, well, I haven't heard from him yet. So the only thing I can think of is Chris told her that I'm the guy. That her guy didn't have him yet because she got so fucking high the other night or whatever because they didn't call me in 2 days. So the lady probably called her asking for him, and Chris probably said, "Oh, my guy can't get him until such and such a day." Just so she didn't have to get up and walk. She's under him. Well, Chris can't fucking breathe, and steroids are not working anymore. So I would say you've been a guy. They told me that she used to get her crack from over on Mount Reed there. One day he's on oxygen, and it was less than a month later he's dead. Somebody went over there to get crack and found him dead.
Probably heart failure, deprivation line.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Yeah, you're still, if your lungs are that bad, it's not processing all that oxygen. So, look.
Chris had oxygen down the whole time. Then she thought she was going to get up and work the other day with Lana and make $50. She got up in the morning and couldn't do it. So Lana said she couldn't breathe. Make your up talking.
I don't know if the mic said sensitive, but
So you can hear something.
I gotta talk loud just for them to be good and clear. But they get a good upstream, though. I mean, they don't really get a lot of buffering. Try to watch TV without Wi-Fi, you're gonna burn through data in 15 minutes.
Wi-Fi after the last 45 minutes.
Yeah, 45 minutes, that's probably 7 gigs of so data.
You want to connect, stay connected, or just disconnect, and I just didn't stay connected. That is, that's not the whole time. I had to change password because I couldn't get out yesterday. So the password for Spectrum is now Mary Password 1. It had me go back and enter the password. And I couldn't remember it, so it set me a password. And I didn't.
I haven't gotten the error.
And then I got right on. One in my room keeps going out every night, at least 4 times before I fall asleep, so that I switch it over to my antenna. So I can
Mine doesn't.
that's why you run the phone and install the app.
It's part of the TV.
The Spectrum app?
Yeah, it's part of the TV.
Other part of the
It's a
TV.
built-in app. That was already on the TV. I didn't install it on there. It came with the TV. I will see that. The Spectrum itself, I have problems. But I don't have problems the Wi-Fi. The Spectrum app itself, I always have problems with. It crashes, it doesn't load things.
Yesterday in the hospital,
It's a
I thought
horrible
for sure
app.
it worked great. The whole time I was there, I watched the whole episode. Pissed, I had to get off. It's 10 minutes left, but my bus was on.
Spectrum app is still full of bugs. You know, not unless they have a phone. So then there's probable cause. They have that probable cause. Yeah, they have to prove it. Then they have to prove it. Exactly. They can't. That's the point. That's what this whole thing is about. It's cops lying like that. That's the point. Texas is like this. I know. They've already had a whole bunch of cops fired all over the country because of this. See, anybody even left in here? 9? I'm sorry, guys. I had to wait for the medical bus to show up. I really apologize. My mom's been staying with me for a while because I haven't been feeling good, so I couldn't do the back and forth to her house. It's just way too much walking. So she's been staying with me. So the medical bus just came to pick her up to take her to an appointment. And she can't get on it on her own. So I get a few hours break before she'll be back home. I mean, she's my mom. I love her and all that, but it's a lot of hard work. It is. I mean, middle of the night, doesn't matter. If she's at her place, I got to run there. It's tough. So I apologize for leaving you all hanging like that. I didn't realize it would take them now. They're late. They're 10 minutes late. I'm guessing Ben and Todd and all them left. Which I don't blame them. Centurion, you still here? No, it's okay. I understand. I mean, I'm not mad. I don't, kind of boring staring at somebody's blanketed wall. I appreciate the fact that they even stopped by. Oh, you were trolling POT? He kills me. He kills me because he made me a mod on POT 2, but not POT. So he alternates the streams. So when I go in there, 1 minute I'm a mod, and then the next time he loads it, I'm not a mod. So it's like I get people asking me, why did he take your mod away? I'm like, he didn't. It's just a different stream. kind of makes no sense. Thank you, Hanley. Yeah, I mean, it is. You know, my mom needs a lot of care because the skin basically came off of her foot like a sock. It got burned from a heating pad. And because she's diabetic, she didn't feel it. And it kept burning, kept burning. Next thing you know, she went to go rub her foot because the nerves were really bugging her. And the skin literally just slid right off. And then once underneath the skin was exposed, all of a sudden the pain set in. So yeah, it is bad. So I mean, I have to change the bandages 2 to 3 times a day to keep because she's diabetic. They worry about infection, so you know I have to try and do what I can to keep the infection away. So you know, it is what it is. You know, my brother ran off to Syracuse, and he don't help at all, and I don't have anybody else to help. So, and when I started getting sick, I finally told her, I'm like, Mom, you gotta come. They won't let me stay with her because of her lease agreement. She lives in a mobile home park, and because of the lease agreement she has, they won't let me stay with her. So instead she comes in here to my little rental home, and I just try to take care of her here. And stream must be screwing up or something because I haven't seen anybody say anything in like 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, stream. Hello. Oh, there it is. Everybody came back. Hold on, I gotta scroll back and catch up. Okay. Literally, I didn't see any messages for like 3 minutes. I want to eventually, I'm hoping to change her lease so that I could just go live with her because she's got extra space. And so it'll make it easier because right now I can't work because I have to take care of her. That's why I want the laptop. I can use the laptop to earn money. So that's kind of the goal, you know. But in the interim, like I just fixed my landlord's truck, so he cut a little off the rent. And I had a couple people that wanted me to work on family videos for them, piecing together footage they have and making a compilation video and that'll pay the rest of my rent. I've been trying to do it on my phone for the last few days now, but the phone doing something that large, it keeps crashing. So well, thank you. I'm lucky my neighbor buys my tobacco for me because I watch her dog. I mean, right now I got my mom's pets here because my mom is here. But, I take care of my neighbor's dog during the day when she's at work. I walk her dog. She lets me use her internet. Her Wi-Fi is across the street, but I've got almost no signal because it's in her front window. And so she lets me use her Wi-Fi, and she gets my tobacco for me for watching her dog. So, it is what it is, That's why I'm so appreciative when people do donate to me. It's like I never had people help me before. I didn't know how to accept help or ask for help. I went to when I first started coming on here. I talked to Denise, and she was like, "Yeah, everybody needs help now and then." So, is anybody else live streaming right now? I mean, just curious because there's almost nobody in here. I know, Tay. I'm just saying there was like At one point, there was like 27 people in here. Now there's only 8 or 9. So I was just curious. Thought maybe somebody went live. Well, the idea of mine is just give somebody somewhere for people to chat. I mean, a lot of times I end up, it's just me and Tay talking through text. And that's when I decided yesterday to throw the live stream up. My freaking room is a disaster area because I spend so much time at my mom's. And when I'm home, last thing I want to do is clean. It's like I mean, like I said, I'm not supposed to be walking at all. And I was walking 12 miles a day. So it's like by the time it's like, I don't want to do anything. Must be a lot of lurkers in here. Well, not a lot, but only a couple people are talking. Have fun, eggs. It's cool that Black Label and Prez stopped by, though. My tiny little stream. Someday I'd like to be able to do something like Ben does with that software he uses. It looks like the same software Bunny Boots uses, but I like it. It's cool the way he can play the videos and have the chat and have himself. Be interesting to try. You have to email it to me, Landley. You just posted your number for everybody, right? But you'd have to. I have no way to really. My pen died writing down the name of the program that Ben uses. I got like chicken scratch out of it. I haven't bought new pens or anything in a very long time. Welcome back, Tammy. I just, it's kind of like Ethics did on Black Label yesterday. It's like, dude, you just posted your phone number in front of 240 people. Sorry, I won't do that because I know that I'll get hammered. So I get it bad enough with emails. I mean, last thing I want is to get hammered with phone. Kind of tossing the idea around of erasing my email, changing the address, but at the same time, it's like I'd have to post it anyways. So I'll still get the same problem. What do you want? Unlike me, I'm a nobody. Who are you kidding? This is Romeo. He's like a mini panther. He's huge. He can stand up on the counters and have his head above the counter line. But he's a pain in the ass. He's a 7-toe, all of his feet have 7 toes and they all have nails. They're all full on toes with bones and everything. Because some cats get a boneless toe. He'll come out to me and he'll start kneading on me with 14 claws total. And he thinks there's no problem with it. What are you doing? And he purrs real loud. Romeo, what are you doing? I don't mind cats, but they shed like crazy. I hate bringing them over here because my house gets full of hair. Surprised he's not up in the window looking outside. We don't let our cats outside. Never in my whole life. We've always been in the inner city, ghetto, all that, lots of car traffic, and I don't want to get attached to a cat and then have it get hit. So I'm an animal person, you know. Question mark tail? Oh, yeah. He does do that a lot. Took me a second to realize what you were talking about. Yeah, but see, I don't have cats. My mom does. I don't. I would have, if I could afford it, I would have scorpions, tarantulas, things like that. That's what I like. I used to breed emperor scorpions. I used to sit at my computer with a scorpion on each shoulder. People thought when web cameras first came out, I would webcam and I'd have my scorpions on my shoulders and people would be freaking out. They thought that they snuck up on me or something. And Tammy, I actually I would go outside if I found a really beautiful spider, a really nice color pattern, all that. I would bring it in my house. But you know what? You would never ever find any flies in my house, any mosquitoes, anything like that. Never find them in my house. But I've got spiders in every corner. I've got all throughout the house. I leave them. All right, Lanley. I know I'm getting ready to try to find something to eat myself. I hate right now. Every time I eat, it hurts though. So it's a catch-22. I have to eat, but it hurts to eat. The sad part is this is going to turn out to be like a 20 gig file on the server. 7-inch leg span. That's pretty damn big for a wolf spider. Yeah, I mean, I used to catch wolf spider. I love when they have their young. Because like at night, when you shine a flashlight on a mother, she looks like she's encrusted with jewels from all the eye shine. It's really beautiful. Tay, yeah, she don't do the spider thing. Yeah, I'm down to 7 people. Yeah, I feed the spiders too. I'll go catch crickets and stuff and grasshoppers and throw them in the webs. We don't have a very large selection of spiders here in New York State, though. Not wild ones, you know. I think I got some kind of nerve issue where I keep getting like eye twitching right here. And, it's just weird. It kind of keeps twitching down. Probably just my system being out of whack. It's kind of mean because I keep seeing it twitching in my eye. Jeez, it keeps going 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. I wonder if my daughter uploaded those videos. I bet she didn't. Typical teenager. Oh, I know. I've studied all the spiders in North. Well, yeah, all in North America, South America. Yeah, I know that Florida has a large selection. Phoenix, what happened? If you don't mind my asking. I'm not a people person, not at all. I've been learning a little bit. I have to see counselors and that just because my life got so stressful. And one of the things that she wanted to work on was being better with people. Because I hate people, hate being around people. I hate working with people. That's why writing software works so well for me. I was locked away in the back room, had my headphones on, blasted music while I'd write code. Did that for many years. I'll probably kill this in about 5 minutes because it's getting on the 2 hours and 45-minute mark. I got to try to find a little something to eat. I know Centurion said he's going live at 5. Black Label said he's probably not going to go live today. Prez and them aren't going live. They're going to be over where Padilla got hit. But I'm sure they'll record it. Oh, it's always that way, Phoenix. You're always wrong. They're always right. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be something you spent your life studying, getting master's degrees on, and you're still wrong. Just that. It's just the way it is. That's why I hate working with people so much. Well, I might not even save this streaming. I mean, it was really uneventful. Didn't really talk about much. I don't know if it counts in my views though. If I delete it, it might not count in my views. And, I have no problem saying I would like to be monetized because I'm piss poor. I really would love to be monetized just because I need the money. I want to be out there auditing and all that. I don't have a camera or nothing. Sarah, yeah, I was gonna kill it any minute. I mean, it's been going for 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's already a huge file. But I was just talking about how, yeah, it would be nice to be monetized just because I need the money. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Prez and Black Label and them are monetized. Slacker's monetized. And all that money goes to the cause. They use it for everything they need to do the cause. Yeah, it's rough. I was okay until my mom got hurt. I was doing handyman work at her mobile home park. Fix cars, electrical, plumbing, roofing, you name it. Whatever needed to get done, I did it. And that's how I got by. I paid all my bills, everything that way. And, you know, Tammy, this was like a $45 little LG phone. It was a used phone I got from the cell phone store. And that's what I make all my videos on. A lot of people do. I get a lot of emails. People don't believe me that I made those videos on the phone. They think I'm lying. But either way, maybe I'll get lucky and I'll have come across the last of the money when I close this up and look. I would love to order a laptop today. I really would. Oh, so frustrating. I had a laptop. It died. It completely burned out. I opened it up and pieces were melted in it. I don't know what happened. All I know is that it was working and then it was dead. And I opened it. I thought it was just a hard drive. But when I opened it up, it was fried. You're right. She is. That's why I made her mod here. Oh, we're up to 11. Huh. Phoenix. It really just boils down to I've managed to get enough donations to where I'm literally like $35 shy of getting a refurb from Amazon with operating system and warranty. So that's really all it boils down to. I mean, they've got nice refurbs on there with long lasting warranties. So it's just that last getting over that last precipice, that last edge, and then I'll have enough to order one. So that's the hard part, is just getting that last, because I don't like to fundraise. I don't like to ask for money. So it makes it that much harder, I mean, I appreciate every penny I get, but I'm just saying, I don't like to push it. Yeah, see, Phoenix, that's all I have is PayPal. I mean, I have to use it to order the laptop from Amazon on PayPal because I don't have my ID's expired and I don't have the money to renew it. So I've got it's $50 to renew it, and I've got a $50 fine for I had, what was it? What was the fine? Suspended tags. I was driving when I had my last car. So, it's $100 total in the DMV, and I don't have it. So, I don't have a bank account. I just use PayPal. So, unfortunately, that's the only way I can do it. I tried the GoFundMe thing, but GoFundMe is really hard to get the money from them. It takes a long time, and they take a piece of it. PayPal, as long as I'm using PayPal, it doesn't cost anything. So, unfortunately, that's what I'm stuck with. So, even when I paid my rent, I literally transferred the money from PayPal to my landlord's PayPal. So, but I appreciate the offer, though. Don't get me wrong. I do. I really appreciate everything anybody tries to do for me. It's just, it is what it is, I've had to come to accept that. My mom's looking at least another 5 months of healing. It's been a little over a month since she got hurt. So, and because of her diabetes, she heals so slow. It's literally going to be about another 5 months before her foot's somewhat back to normal. And that's high expectations. It's assuming we can get her sugar under control. The other night, her sugar was 730. Her doctor was yelling at her to go to the ER. They thought for sure she was going to have a stroke or something. So, yeah. We got it back down. We got her back. I made her a little bit of food. And her doctor called me at home. And her doctor's like, look, your mother needs to go to the ER, blah, blah. My mom's just as stubborn as I am. So I walked out, well, basically ran over there as fast as I could and grabbed her insulin pen and immediately gave her a shot. And then I made her a little bit of food, waited an hour, gave her another shot, and got it down to like 500. Waited about 2 hours, gave her another snack, and then another shot. By the time I was done, I got all throughout the night, I was doing this. And by 7 o'clock in the morning, I got her sugar down to 180. So it's not great, but it's a hell of a lot better than the 700s. My sugar has been running about 180, 190, but I just got diagnosed diabetic month and a half, 2 months ago. So I'm still on the metformin. I'm not even on insulin. So normal is 100. Plus or minus 5 or 10. Sometimes like 120 is like considered high for a normal person. Yeah, 100 is like perfect. If your sugar's at 100, it's perfect. So, high would be 180, 190. My mom runs on average 5 to 600. When she hit over 700, her doctor was freaking. She had just had blood work that day, and of course, because she's diabetic, they always test her sugar. Yeah, it is nuts, but neither one of us really eat right because we can't afford it, so we don't eat 3 meals a day. When you're diabetic, you're supposed to eat 3 meals a day and at least one snack. And you're supposed to take a shot before each one of those. Or in my case, I'm still metformin. But, and then, on top of that, a shot for overnight. And that's the only way to keep it normal. My mom only eats maybe once a day. And she takes that one shot. And then one shot at night. That's why her sugar is so high. Flathead, don't tell me you gave me more, man. That's not right. You already gave me money. I'll turn around and send it right back, man. You can't do that. That's not fair. There's other people that can use that money. I appreciate it, man, but dude, other people need help. Isn't metformin similar to? Yes, it is similar to a cancer drug. A side effect of it is it helps control your sugar. Dude, I feel bad, man. There's other people that could, Prez could use help with lawyer fees, and Pink can use help with lawyer fees. I mean, Anthony Tommy did that to me too. Oh, damn it. I appreciate it. It makes me feel bad, man. I hate being in this situation, I cannot stand feeling like this. All my life, I never needed to ask for help. My whole life. I was on my own from 14. I had my first job at 14. I moved out at 14 and a half. Never looked back. Killing me. I'm gonna end up having to make you like 50 freaking tributes for what you do, man. Not just for me, but for the homeless people and all that. Sarah. In a way, honestly, I do kind of enjoy the single life again. But, when my wife, it was hard when my wife and I split. Because we were best friends for 10 years before we got together, and then we were together for 10 years, and we had 3 children together, and so it was really rough. And for the first year or two, every time I thought of her, I broke down because it was that hard. I was homeless for 2 years after we split up. I lived on the street, literally eating out of garbage cans for 2 years. And this opportunity came up here with doing the handyman work around my mom's trailer park, and the guy helped me with he owns a ranch house. So ta-da, it's a cheap little real tiny ranch house, but hey, it's mine. I don't own it, I rent it. I'm not buying it from him, I'm only renting, but it was mine. But it was still hard every time I thought about her, and it took a long time to get over her. And I mean, we're still really good friends though. We still talk every day. She's the one person I ever knew in my life where I could talk about fishing or talk about guns or talk about physics. We'd sit there and talk about quantum physics and quantum theories. And then all of a sudden we're talking about rebuilding a Dana 60 axle on an off-road truck. I mean, I've never known anybody else I could have that kind of conversation with. So we still are really good friends. But there's no hope of ever getting back together. We both realize that we're much better off as friends. So, and my children, she has my children, of course, they live with her, but I get to see them as often as I can. It's hard because when they're here, of course, I have to feed them. You're talking three teenagers, three teenagers, 3 meals a day, plus they want snacks. I mean, that ain't cheap. So it's hard. My son is like me. When I was his age, really, he's not as big as I was, but he eats like I did. I mean, the kid's a tank. So, and they're still learning to deal with. They go to charter schools, and charter schools are mostly white kids. My kids are half black, so they deal with a lot of racial issues still, which kind of kills me. I have to say it. In this day and age, there's still racial issues. It amazes me. My three kids have to deal with racial issues in 2018. Man, I haven't seen a message from anybody in like 5 minutes. It says there's 10 people in here. Oh, now they all come flying at me. Wow, that's a hell of a mix. Half black, quarter Hispanic, quarter Irish. Wow. See, I'm 100% Irish. My family's right off the boat from Ireland. My grandparents on both sides, my mom and my dad's side. Yeah, you're right, Flathead. Racism is taught. You're absolutely right. And it's horrible that they're still taught that. I mean, it's just amazing. That's why when I was growing up, I was a white kid in the ghetto growing up. And I had a lesbian mother. But back in the 70s, 80s, it wasn't okay to be homosexual. So we weren't allowed to have friends over. And I never understood why. My mom didn't explain it to us. She just told us we couldn't have friends over. And as we got older, we realized it's because she didn't want them ridiculing us for her sexual orientation. But it helped me grow up to be very open, to homosexuality and interracial relationships. My wife is black, Southern black. Her family's from Georgia. So, my kids are half Irish, half black. Talk about a temper. Like, Sarah is a little more. You got that Hispanic thrown in there. But everybody knows when it comes to white people, Irish, Irish, we got tempers. French Canadian. Yeah, see, Flathead, so I mean, I don't know how old you are. I'm a year away from 40. So, I was born at the end of the 70s, and in the 80s and the 90s, the early 90s, homosexuality was not accepted. Especially in the inner city, gangs, guns, drugs, you name it. Yeah, so you're a little bit older than me, a couple years older than me. So 90s baby. American Indian, Irish, and English. Wow. It's interesting. What Indian, Tay, if you don't mind my asking? What tribe? Tay is very lucky. She got to go to Jordan. The country Jordan. And I've seen it in books, and I've seen shows about it. Apache, wow, that's awesome. But I would love to have been in Tay's shoes because Jordan is on my bucket list. Well, Sarah, like I said, mine is Irish. My family literally immigrated from Ireland back in let's see, what year did my grandpa come over here? I gotta think about this. My mom is the youngest of 9 children, and my mom was born in '59, so she's the youngest. So yeah, so I think it was like 1932 or 1933. My grandpa came over from Ireland. Her father. But my dad's side, my dad's parents came, which I barely know them. They all live in New Hampshire, but I know they came over from Ireland in 1945. My dad was born in 1958, so my mom was exactly. I used to remember my mom. It made it easy to remember. My mom was exactly 1 year younger than Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was born on the same day, but a year earlier. Hey, Belle. Welcome. We're talking about ethnic backgrounds and where we come from. Oh, I'm sorry, Flathead. My mom is 20 years older than me. My dad is 21 years older than me. I didn't have my kids until my early 20s. But my brother, I've got my nephew. See, my brother had my nephew when he was 17 or 18. And my nephew is a hemophiliac. So, poor kid, he can't do anything. His whole life is sheltered. He gets a paper cut and has to go to the hospital. So, and it's kind of one of those. She knew in the mother's side, my brother's ex, and her family, all females carriers and all the males have hemophilia. And I mean, I thought about that. Well, if you know that you're going to pass this on to your children, should you still have those children? Say you're pregnant, you're a woman, and in your family, females are carriers, males always have it. And you found out you were pregnant with a male very early on in the pregnancy. Should you still have that child? That's just one of those what the hell is the word? I can't remember the word now, but that it's a controversial subject. 50% German, 20% British, 25% Native American. Huh. It's an interesting mix. My children are literally split down the middle. 50% black, 50% Irish. I'm sorry, Sarah. Crohn's, it's more controlled now, though, right? I mean, they handle it a lot better than they used to. All my children are beautiful. You can see my daughter. I mean, just look at Mo V, M-O apostrophe V. You'll see or if you've seen the video I did with her, that's my oldest. Her younger sister, my youngest child, looks almost exactly like her. And then my son looks a lot like me, only darker skin. My kids are all like mid-range skin tone. It's like perfect mixed, black and white. Not too dark, not too white. But they look like they are. They look like they're half black, half white. They don't, there's a lot of mixed children that actually look Hispanic, even though they're black and white. Well, thank you, Bill. Yeah, it's just like a 7-minute little interview with her. It wasn't really interview so much as it was just her explaining and me reminding her what she was talking about. Her mind runs a mile a minute because she's an artist. So she's constant. It's just constantly going. So I had to just steer her back on track. But I mean, you should have seen my reaction off camera before we even did the interview. You should have seen my reaction when I said, "Brianna, what's the First Amendment?" And she looked me dead square in the eyes and she said, "I don't know that." Like it was no big deal. Okay, Bill. She had no idea what the Bill of Rights was. No idea the Declaration of Independence. All she knew was the name. She had no idea what was on it. It's kind of like people in Britain, their children not knowing about that. Oh my God, what is it called now? The Magna Carta? The original, it's kind of like the original British Constitution. They actually found recently an original copy of it. I mean, it was literally handwritten, freaking one of those scrolls like a mile long. But yeah, it's the equivalent to that. I'm like, how could your children not know? I couldn't believe when my daughter told me she had no idea what the First Amendment was. The only amendments they taught her was associated with police in a roundabout way, of course, and how she has to do what they tell them to. And that's what she was taught in school. They just drilled it in her head to always do what the police tell you to do. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. But one thing I've noticed, my mom lives on that Live PD that A&E does, that channel. And, it's live police all over the country. But, of course, they only show the good cops. But it kills me because a lot of times on this show, they'll pull people over or whatever. And a lot of it, they do it in Texas a lot. And a lot of it comes up as the cops saying, "I need to see your ID." And the people will say, "I don't need to show you my ID." And the cop says, "Oh, yes, you do. The law says you have to." And then people give it up. They only resist the one time. And then that's it. I'm like, really? They just, boom, they give it right up. So, and they let them search their cars without ever questioning it, not once. The only time they question is when they know they got drugs hidden in there and they got to bring the dogs in. Hey, BJ, I've been live for 3 hours, man. It's just a bullshit. Shoot the shit. But I've noticed on these shows that a lot of these cops are automatically using "I smell marijuana." Now they'll search the car at the bottom, not find a single speck, not a crumb of marijuana, no trace at all, and yet these cops are using that now as an excuse to search the cars. Tammy, yeah. When Sasquatch uploaded his interview file, it took like 3.5 hours for him to upload it. So I was thinking, man, this has got to be a huge file. This is going to be a massive, long interview. So I'm like, okay, great. I'm going to have a lot of editing to do. So finally he tells me it's uploaded and he gives me the link to it. And so I go to download it. It took me about 2.5 seconds to download the file. And I'm like, something ain't right. So I load the file, and sure enough, he did like 11 minutes and 26 seconds of talking. And I'm like, it took 3 hours to upload this? I couldn't believe it. Which is why if you ever watch his live stream, it's constantly buffering. It sucks. He's on some kind of plan where it's data limits, and then he's bottlenecked. And it's not fair. Yeah, I don't know if Blind Justice came in for a second and left or not, but the number dropped. I was on Straight Talk, but now we have Metro PCS. My wife, actually, my ex, she has a plan with her and the kids, and it had an extra phone line on it included in the plan free. So she gave it to me. You have a confession to make. Oh, I'm scared of that. Blind Justice and a confession used in the same sentence is scary. Yeah, you'll be right back. There's your confession. You're going to try to leave everybody hanging. It's like Southside Slacker with the owl and his bungee cord. He never told us the punchline. If he's a girl, I'm sorry, no offense, but you're the ugliest girl in the world, Blind Justice. See, now a man dressing up as a woman generally wouldn't shave their head bald. All right, guys, this has been going for 3 hours and 12 minutes already. This file is going to be huge. I'm going to try to go find something to eat, relax a little bit before Centurion goes live. So keep an eye out for him. The Centurion Report. He'll be live at 5. Well, if you did that, BJ, that's just not right. But either way, I'm tired of troll messages. I just delete them. But in any event, appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And I'll see you guys later on live streams. BJ, who cares? You're going to troll me with a troll account, you're going to get booted. I mean, no big deal. It happens. But I might, if nobody else is live later and people just want a place to chat or whatever, then I'll go live later this evening or Excuse me, I apologize. Yeah, later this evening, because Centurion's going at 5. So, I just like to have a place for people to shoot the shit, Even if my phone, the camera was covered, even if people just chatted. YouTube doesn't offer public channels for people to just bullshit in. So, that's the whole point. But thank you guys for coming. I'm going to go try to find something to eat, and I'll probably see you guys later. Tammy, I would love to see your interview video thing. You're thinking about Zoom? I have no idea what that means, BJ. No clue. But Flathead, if you're still here, man, I appreciate it, but I wish you would have gave it to somebody else. So, all right, guys, I'll talk with you later. Thanks for stopping.